The year was 2015. Vine was at its peak.
Hello.
Leo DiCaprio started his wrestling career. The first Apple Watch came out. Halo 5 came out. The campaign was... And just like this dang dress, a new Sony camera came out that had the internet divided.
This is the Sony CyberShot RX1R Mark II.
And is a significant improvement on the original RX1R with a range of new features.
And this is the same sensor as
A7R Mark II.
Why would you buy this over an A7R II?
This video is sponsored by K&F Concept, and we're doing a giveaway at the end of this little integration for them, so stay tuned to this because we're giving away some gear and potentially money. My community is celebrating World Photography Day with K&F Concept's huge invite and earn campaign, and it's happening right now through September 12th, 2025. It's completely free, and this is how you do it. First, go to the campaign link in the top of the description or pinned comment. You might pick out a tripod, a filter, or something else from the K&F site. Then register to get your personal invite code. Share this code with all your friends, and when they complete certain tasks, you claim rewards. And if your invitations meet the goals, you get the gear. There's over $30,000 worth of gear and funds, so make sure you get started right now. It's free and easy. Also, I'm giving away some K&F Concept gear, 2 of their 3-in-1 filters. All you have to do to join the giveaway is subscribe to this channel and then comment below what is your favorite compact camera of all time. That'll enter you into the giveaway. In about a week, I'll let you know who won the filters. We'll get them shipped out to you, and that'll be pretty fun. So let's get into talking about the Sony RX1R Mark II. For the past year or so, I have been absolutely intrigued by pocket cameras. And I think it's because I'm a dad now, so camera portability and convenience is at an all-time high on my priority list now. And after pulling on this pocket camera thread more, I've realized just how insanely unique the RX1R2 is. So I had to get my hands on one. And funny enough, I started working on this video months before the RX1R Mark III got announced in 2025, but I'm glad I procrastinated this video because the Mark III coming out has given me an even clearer perspective of the Mark II from 2015. It's weird because it feels like you can remove the lens, but you can't, it's fixed. I just have one battery, seriously. I was in college when the Mark II came out, and at that time I had zero interest in deep diving camera technology, but what I did have a lot of interest in was Halo.
Look at him, it's a boy.
bless this child.
I have loved the Halo series of video games ever since I was a kid.
Man, I stink at this video game.
Halo 1 taught me that video games can actually be a cinematic art form, and Halo 3 was kind of my only friend when I transitioned from an elementary school of 21 kids to a much bigger junior high school and felt very alone and scared, but Halo 3 was there for me after school every day. So this series of games runs very deep for me, and I promise this does connect to the camera. Just give me a second, okay? When Halo 5 came out in 2015, me and my college roommate, who is now my best friend, it's not Halo 3 anymore.
It's Halo 3 still, probably.
Me and Andrew went to the midnight release of Halo 5 to acquire the game.
You know Halo 5 comes out today? I know. Okay. Found our money and our crunch. Oh my.
Okay, well, how does this tie into today, and where does the camera fit in? Well, as a true camera nerd and insane Halo fan, I think I finally found the perfect way to blend my two loves, and that's by taking this Sony RX1R Mark II to a professional Halo Championship tournament.
Dude, I'm currently shooting in Vlog on my iPhone 14 Pro. Goodbye, Sylvia. Stay strong.
I hopped on a plane to Dallas, Texas, where a massive convention was being held called DreamHack. And at DreamHack were all these different gaming tournaments, one being a Halo tournament. One of my good friends and forerunner of our Discord server, Woody, picked me up from the airport, and he's actually a pretty fancy streamer boy, so he got me some VIP access to this event, which was perfect for all the photo tests I'm gonna be doing.
Doors just opened. It's about to be an absolute madhouse in this convention. This is so exciting.
We're gonna be live on our channel. Everyone's gonna be live on their personal channels. We've got TVs up so that the crowd can see what we're doing.
It's literally one of my favorite Halo YouTubers right there.
So Woody started streaming, and I started shooting.
Yes.
I love a little pointer.
I know, right? Just doing auto ISO at f2. My shutter speed's bouncing between 320 and 250. Just keep it nice and crispy. And in here, I'm getting at like 5,000 ISO, so we'll see how it looks.
Right away, I was so in love with the design of this camera. The fact that a 42 megapixel full frame sensor could be jammed into a compact, almost pocketable camera body was just perfect for discreet shooting. And guys, the EVF design from 2015 is god tier. What? That's so cool. You can just push it down. It is genius engineering. It is satisfying to use. And you can just feel the blood, sweat, and tears that were poured into this camera's design, because Sony's goal was, how can we make a compact, full frame camera with zero compromises?
Now the lens on here is a fixed 35mm f2 Zeiss lens. You can't swap it, it's fixed, and it looks freaking amazing. Hey, camera companies, figure out how to do that in the modern stuff. Screen also tilts out if you're one of those tilty boys for sure.
And this event was a tough place to test a camera, let alone a camera from 2015. The lighting was dim almost everywhere, forcing me to push the ISO and autofocus capabilities. And the autofocus is nowhere near Sony's modern day tech, but for back then, and honestly for now, it is definitely usable. And the camera just absolutely powered through, except for power.
The battery life is so poor on this thing that I have to like actively decide when I'm shooting, because I'm here for like 10 hours today. So I gotta really be mindful of how much I'm using this camera. Also kind of fun to be intentional and choose your moments.
Another major point of weakness with this camera is its video capabilities. It does have some stabilization options, but the bitrate is very low and the resolution maxes out at HD, so the quality is just nowhere near modern day standards, even from a phone. So just enjoy this shot from the FX6. Since I had multiple days at DreamHack, I wanted to send some of the photos directly to my phone to start editing on the go, but I could not get the camera to transfer. I couldn't get the NFC tag to work either. I don't know if the modern day Sony apps are just incompatible with this camera or if I was doing something wrong, but I was not editing these photos until I got home.
There's a warthog rally race happening right in front of my eyes.
I was starting to get warmed up to the camera, but I needed more experience before I was gonna be photographing the Halo Championship series and hopefully a massive celebration afterwards, so I still needed to run some tests. The next day started out with a really cool meetup from Lab Culture put on by Jayhawk. Shout out to you, man, that was super fun. We shot some street photos briefly and then it was back to DreamHack. Because the battery life is so bad on this camera and I am so used to having good battery life on cameras, I really wasn't paying attention to how much I was draining the couple batteries that I had. And I totally overshot on this day before the Halo Championship and pretty much put myself in a bind by risking the fact that I might not get any good photos at the Halo Championship. And that's kind of the whole point of me bringing this camera onto this trip, just to get the pictures of the Halos. Crap. But when Kick, the live streaming company, throws a massive dance in the middle of the arena, you gotta take part in it. All right, this was it. It was time to watch the finals from Halo. I had been watching preliminary rounds throughout the entire event, but this was down to the championship, the two top teams. Anyway, it was my time to shine. I was at the front of the arena right as the championship was about to finish.
And Optic Gaming might steal this right here and right now. He snaps it.
I had my camera ready and just prayed I would have enough juice to get a few moments of the celebration.
One of the wildest tournament brackets we've seen in Halo Championship Series history.
This event was really special for me, and it really showed me that it's very easy to get caught up in the negativity we see online, whether it's YouTube, X, whatever. Being here at a real event with real people, seeing people so passionate about this series of video games that I love so much, and getting to document that just because it's fun, reminded me why I love Halo and cameras. They both bring people together. I got to hang out with some old friends and I got to meet some brand new friends, and overall it was just an amazing time. And that's what I love about gaming, what I love about cameras is community. Anyway, text me when you get home so I know you're safe, and watch out for deer. And don't forget to join the KNF Concept World Photography Day event, Invite and Earn, where there's over $30,000 worth of prizes and gear. And drop a comment below to be entered into a giveaway for those two 3-in-1 filters. Feel free to support me on Patreon, Discord, or YouTube memberships for the exact same perks across all 3 platforms. Just trying to make it easy for you. If you want your name over here, feel free to join. Follow me on Instagram for short and dumb stuff like this. And remember that you guys are loved much more than you might even know. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.